guys, you're like a pack of sharks out there. When there's blood in the water, they come a chomping. Yeah, I'm getting eaten alive in the comments section. Video I just put out, the Quicksilver video. Yeah, I've heard this. I've heard this in the past. It's been a long time since, when I did hear it, that you should use Quicksilver with the SFX on, and just totally slipped my mind. But in any case, the previous video served its purpose in terms of comparing, between like Rage with that build and then Mighty Energy with that current build. But yeah, I get your point. But here, I'm going to show you how many people. So there's one. This guy says turn the SFX on, and his tier 3 has way more hits on SFX. You need to turn, he says, VFX. This guy says VFX. I don't know if that's another way to say SFX. He says tier 3 has more hits. Let's see. I know there were more. This guy, turn the SFX. He will do more damage. This guy, turn the SFX, do more damage. So yeah, there's a lot of people out there saying you got to turn the SFX on. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna turn the SFX on. And okay, there's that. We're gonna turn the SFX on. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go into stage 20, and I'm gonna do just quick 60 to 30 with them off, and then I'm gonna do it with them on. Because I can't assume that everybody has seen the previous video, and then on stage 40, we're just gonna do basically the same thing, just down to the first symbiote goo phase, which it's what, like 30 seconds. So let's jump into it. Let's go to, so I actually have him on right now. I just wanted to see for myself, because I actually never tried running him with SFX on ever before. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it off. Just do 60. So I would imagine this one's gonna be a very short video. So because of that, I actually I'll actually do one roast at the end of this video, just because it's gonna be so short. I'm going to imagine. So where's the team up that I had with him? So it was this, and I think I had Wolverine on the team, yeah. And strikers, I think I ran with these ones. Yep. All right. So hopefully this proc stays where we want it to. So yeah, we're gonna do the quick 60 to 30, and if we get a proc there. Okay, get another proc, very nice. Yeah, like I was saying, I think just like the all attack is going to be better for this guy. I mean, we caught some of it with the so I'm going to avoid trying to hit any other skills there. If I remember, this was it was less than a minute going. Okay, so yeah, we got the proc. We got some of the proc there. Well, it wasn't the best proc, but a little bit. I'm pretty sure here I can get it. Yes, we got it. So yeah, I'm actually curious to see, because I didn't don't activate. It activated. I'm actually curious to see that what the difference is actually going to be. I don't know. What is going on? We're getting killed with the residual damage activating the proc, right? Like, I'm not even hitting any skills. It's just activating. There we go. I don't know, I'm gonna imagine. I'm gonna assume that we're gonna get some missed procs with the SFX on as well. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. I mean, I don't know. I think it's just to be expected. Like, you're gonna have some missed procs here and there. Okay, actually, now that I remember, I think it was 310. 310 was our time before on the last video. Can we get it? Can we get it? No. So, I mean, it's close, right? It's close. Okay, so we got 305 here. 305. We'll say 305 to 310 is about where he's clocking in. Yeah, there were not a perfect run. I'm not going to rerun it, though, just because We just did this. And now we're going to run with the SFX on. This one, if I can get a lot of missed procs, I'll just, you know, I'll put a decent one in with the SFX on, just because. Whoa! So for some reason, the 5 skill, you see it, like he started going into the animation, and then it just like it didn't hit. All right, so I'm having the absolute worst luck with playing this guy with these SFX on. So the main reason is because there's a delay on 5. 5 doesn't activate and register. Like, okay, you hit 5, you start to go in the animation, and then if you hit 4 right away, it pulls you out of the animation, and 5 doesn't actually register. Like, you won't see a cooldown on 5. And I've done this a bunch of times so far, so we're just gonna rock through this. And if we miss some procs, then we miss some procs, and that's just the way it is. Because I would have to imagine that's what the kind of the status quo is going to be moving forward. You know, unless you just want to retry a bunch of times just to try to get it right there. I have to say there's definitely more damage on his tier 3. That's for certain. We're definitely going to reactivate his proc here with all these trucks and buses and cars. Yeah, I actually did not want to hit the 3 there. I'm going to try to do something like this. Hopefully we get it. I'm guessing the accumulation has run out. I ran out just now. Okay. Dude, what is going on? Yeah, I'm just going to let that rock. I'm just letting it rock. Probably going to activate the proc again here. See? You see that? I'm hitting the 5, but you have to, like, it's like you got to wait. You got to wait a good second, and then, you know, you don't want to wait because you're in fear that the proc's going to activate again because of all this, because of all the trucks and buses coming to, you know, whack Null upside his head, like right now, right? You got to get right back into that rotation. You need to hit that skill before one of those, you know, one of the trucks actually activated again. So you see that? I'm hitting the 5. He starts to go in the animation, but it doesn't actually work. And it's like, what side do you, what do you do? What do you do? So, you know, with the Rage, I have to imagine he's going to be a lot easier to play with the SFX on, but with an Energy. So, it's a little bit faster. I mean, I did 310. Like, in the last video, I did, you know, 310. Now, I have to say that, like, you know, with the SFX on, it just seems like he's way more difficult to keep the proc constant, to keep the proc exactly where you want it. Again, you know, this could be just a matter of, like, I haven't played this guy. I've never played Quicksilver with an Energy, and I've only done a few runs with them up until this point. But let me know if, like, you guys out there, if you have Energy on Quicksilver and you play with SFX on, if you have the same issue. If you have a hard time, like, keeping the proc where you want it. I could see it working really well in terms of, like, you know, if you're doing the swapping method, right? Like, if you got Quicksilver in, you're just doing a quick rotation and then you're popping them back out. If you're doing something like that, I could see it being a lot easier. But it seems like a headache. It seems like it's just more cost than benefit. I did that, I don't know, maybe like 7 or 8 times trying to get that right. And I kept on restarting as soon as the proc started getting away from me, and it got away from me every single time. So we'll try here, stage 40. But yeah, let's try that again there. That proc just did activate it right away on us, and that's not what we want, gentlemen. But I will admit for certain that there's more damage on his tier 3, but he also seems like if you're gonna do a solo clear, that it's gonna be more difficult to keep the proc where you want it. You know, Null's mechanics probably has something to do with it too. Okay, I don't want that. Okay, we're trying to get him down to the phase, and I can't do it. Okay, so we had him there basically at 435. He was basically there then, and then I got a notification and got all messed up there. But so he's definitely a lot faster for this stage. Does it make him a viable contestant, a viable contender to, I mean, you could probably say roughly 30 seconds for 5 bars. I mean, you do the math. I'm going to say, you know, maybe not, you know, like I mentioned in the last video, maybe doing like a swapping thing where you're swapping in, you know, Gambit, and then you swap in Quicksilver. You just like spam all of his skills, and then when you swap him back in, you bust his tier 3 out. Yeah, sure, maybe something like that. You know, I'll have to see exactly, you know, how fast I could actually get down to the 30 bars with Gambit and Quicksilver. But again, we're contending with, like, look at him, he's almost dead. Man, he's blinking red there. Man's on his last leg, and that's 5 bars. And I mean, he's got a heal, but it's not the greatest heal. So I had to yeah, I'm gonna put this out right away. This should post only like a few hours after the initial Quicksilver video. And yeah, I really want to know if you guys, people who run him with SFX who have an energy on him or a proc, if you seem to have the same issue with the proc just getting away from you, or if that's something that, you know, that you got a handle on over time playing with him. I don't know if he's one of your go-to characters for playing null. Maybe he is. But I do have one account lookup that I'm going to do, because I know this video's on the shorter side, so I'm going to pull that up now. And for those, if that's not your bag, thank you for watching. Sorry I did not put SFX on in the initial video. It's just something that just completely slipped my mind. You know, Marvel Future Fight isn't the first thing that I think of when I wake up, and it's certainly not the last thing I think of when I go to bed. So, you know, some of these things are just over the head. I don't pay no attention to it. All right, so this is what we got. We got Panda. Panda says, loving your videos and hope you're well. Just got my tier 3 Ghost Rider. Struggling to use him versus null. Struggling with his rotation. Could you have a look at him and my cards and see if there's something other than my rotation? I'm working on my cards, but any help would be amazing. I know you're busy. I know how busy you are. Just give me his IGN. Stay safe, my dude, and keep up the fab work. Well, thank you, my friend. Let's see. Let me pull up your account. Let's see what you got going on. All right, so here we are. It's Piccalilli. Is that it? I might be butchering that name, but here we are. Okay, let's look at his cards first and foremost. Okay, so he's got 4 premium cards here. He's got this Loki card. I'm not a huge fan of it, but at least he has the best roll on it. I mean, it's 4 quality, but he's got the best stats on it, in my opinion. This one, you definitely want to roll that at some point. I mean, you don't have any of the attack stats. You have the ignored defense, and let's see, you have 38% ignored defense. You could totally lose that. You could totally roll this card with only expecting to get both of the attack stats. I've tried to get both of the attack stats. Like if you got, like, say 6 quality again with one of the attack stats, then maybe, depending on how hurting you are for cards. And you want the all attack on this card too. I know it's 7 quality, but you want that all attack on it. Yeah, for sure. Okay, and then this one, like, you got a decent roll on it, but it's 1 quality. So yeah, your cards can definitely use some work. And okay, so you have 0 physical attack. So essentially you have 21% all attack, and then 22%, well, 43.4 energy attack. So your Ghost Rider is benefiting from that for sure. And yeah, and another thing, okay, don't craft your cards like this. I've said this so many times. Just craft 1 single card. So essentially, if you continued crafting that Loki card, right, and you got it up and you got all the stars on it, you could potentially get another 11% all attack, right, or energy attack, or one of the attack stats. So there's an issue right there. But yeah, I would totally re-roll this card. I would re-roll this in the future, maybe when you get some more leeway with your card crafting, and then obviously you're gonna have to replace that. But like a free-to-play card to replace that would be like even the other Loki card. You know, you could lose the ignore defense there. Let's see, if you lost, see, 38, and then it's on this card, and then the 6. Yeah, that might be pushing it just a little bit too much. I mean, you could get away with that for sure, but continue crafting the card. Hopefully, you get either cooldown or ignore defense, and then you have a little more lenience as far as that's concerned. You have to worry about those stats. But although that Loki card does have ignore defense on it, as one of the non-fixed stats. All right, so let's look at your Ghost Rider and see what you got going on here. Okay, so you have Hawk's Eye on them, and what is it, stage? Was that stage 9 maybe? Okay, and then you have, you have the appropriate Uru on them, right? You even got one Odin's Blessing, got all the slots amplified there. Let's see, the Rage looks good. I'm gonna say it's probably your rotation. I think you should be able to clear them with that much energy attack on your cards. But I would continue ranking up his ISO 8 set, right? You got all those, ranked up. Just all you got to do is use one of the extreme ISOs to start awakening it, or any other 6-star ISO. But yeah, try to get the Mythic Uru on him. I would do that. Make sure his ignore defense and cooldown are maxed out. And I see you got crit damage rolled there, which is good. That's usually the stat that you have rolled there. And I mean that's pretty much all you were asking me. So I'm not going to really go into further investigation on your account here. I'll just kind of breeze through and see what you got going on. Yeah, we've been over this. I mean, you only have one Odin's Blessing energy attack crit rate, so, and you got the skill cooldown one there too. I'd probably, give that, like, if you give it to Ghost Rider, that would certainly help him out for sure. And then, yeah, again, PvP characters, don't put Odin's Blessings on them. The PvE characters benefit way more. They bring much more value to your account by putting those, yeah, especially like Silver Surfer, Thanos, and Jean Grey. If you took all those Odin Blessings and put them on a PvE character like Sharon Rogers or Ghost Rider, they should should definitely amp up their damage, a little bit. So you got Gambit here with the 200 proc. That's actually not bad. That probably works really well for him. And then this guy, yeah, give him something better. Energy works really well for him. Seems like energy works really well for a lot of characters. All right, so I hope that helps you out. I mean, I really don't have much for you other than, like, yeah, work on your rotation and get his ISO 8, set maxed out. And get those Uru Mythic. I mean, that's really all I can tell you. And then yeah, work on your cards too. Take my advice on that ignore defense portion and roll this card here. Or if you have a different one, if you're looking for more PvE action, this isn't necessarily. It's a good card. It's just there's better PvE cards, right? But you also still have this one to replace as well. So you got a little work to do, my guy. I hope that helps you out. And there's the video, guys. There it is. Yeah, I was getting eaten up by the sharks in the comment section. So this one is coming out much sooner than like the next video potentially would have came out. I just had to do it. I was actually thinking about just taking that video down and then adding a couple clips of me using the SFX in there. But I don't know. I'm not going to do that. I'm just gonna let this be the way that it is. And I really want to know what your experience is with SFX. If you play them and you have a proc or an energy on them and you run them solo, if you seem to have the same issue with that, especially with the 5 not activating right away. So in any case, guys, you stay tuned, you stay breezy, but most of all, you stay safe out there, friend. Peace.